I'm Will Turnage, VP of Technology and Invention at RGA, and this is my skull shirt.
Look at that.
It has LED lights in the eyeballs. On the back, it's powered by an Arduino that has a Bluetooth connection to it. There's a battery.
So the little daisy pad is called an Arduino.
It's an Arduino computer. This particular flavor is called LilyPad, which is designed for wearable computing, for people to put inside shirts.
And it connects to that DocOx sensor, which protects your brain from being taken over.
Right into my brain.
Exactly.
So the Bluetooth.
So that's a Bluetooth controller,
which
talks to your phone.
And that connects to a custom Android app that I wrote on my phone.
Let's hold that up again. And that Android app also has that custom embroidery. We love that. Yeah. And what are the actions on there?
So there are three modes that I have on here. The first is manual mode. So I have a full control panel here, so I can make the lights blink.
Nice.
I can make them sort of pulse and fade. I have a full manual control, so I can slide.
Does your wife go crazy when you put that on?
Yeah,
hello, lady.
It gets crazy. I can fade it up and down.
Nice.
And I've got controls to do just the left or the right. At the same time, it also blinks in the back.
Whoa.
So I've got
pure evil.
Yeah, I've got different colored lights there.
Or awesomeness, whichever way you want to go with it.
But touch is only one way that we can interact. With phones, we also have physical sensors. So I have a tilt mode. So as I tilt the phone from left to right, the lights on the shirt fade from left to right.
Nice.
So we're really trying to explore different ways how you can interact with motion as opposed to just clicking on a screen. And then the last mode is I now have Twitter mode. So at this point, if anybody ever mentions me on Twitter or uses a particular hashtag, then the shirt will do one pulse like this.
Nice.
And I have a log file here. So I used this at South by Southwest this past year, and this was how we engaged the audience and interacted with them. So they would ask questions over Twitter, the shirt would pulse, and I would just read a log, and then I could interact and go back and forth with them.
So you know what's cool is a lot of people look at that and go, almost like snort their soda through their nose or whatever and go, how could you ever make money doing that? But it's not really about that, is it? It's about like when you were talking about it, you were saying I'm exploring how does motion and how do we interact with things and get feedback.
And this is really meant to just get people excited about the possibilities. It doesn't have to just be lights. It can be sensors. It can be buzzing or vibrations. It can be different colored lights.
And in South by Southwest, do you think that feedback mechanism actually got more people tweeting and hashtagging?
It was just going nonstop. And
so there's ROI. Are you serious?
It was going nonstop actually, and where it got interesting was as other people were following the conversation who weren't in the room on Twitter. There was one guy from LA who said, I'm making somebody's in Austin shirt light up right now just by tweeting. Like, how cool is that? So
that's amazing.
So we're really trying to bridge the digital world with the physical world.
Right.
And this is just sort of one example to get people thinking about the possibilities.
And so I'll bring it back to like digital marketing or even the core job.
Right.
Which is you're not just inspiring, but you're really actually through play going into these things will apply to any number of use cases.
I think for us it really goes back to your first point. It's inspiration. We're really trying to inspire with code, inspire with technology, and do that in a way that's not sort of just the what people normally think about technology. So we're just really trying to push the edge and to get people to open their minds and to realize that these things are possible.
Could you have knocked that out on an iOS too?
No. The Bluetooth on iOS is a little different. Actually, the Bluetooth communication that I'm using here it's an open source library. So I didn't even have to write anything to communicate between Android and Arduino. I just used an open source library for that. So for iOS, I would have had to write it, which is too much work.
Excellent. Well, thanks for the time.
Sure, thanks.